Have you been trying to catch piranhas in pixel worlds and feeling like the drop rate is way too slow? That is exactly how it has felt for me. So in this video, I want to show you where I have had the best luck catching them, what bait people seem to be using, what rod setup I would recommend, and what you should actually expect before you spend a ton of time on this event. Before we get into it, quick reminder, I'm doing a 3-letter world giveaway. To enter, all you need to do is like the video, subscribe, and comment your Discord username down below so I can contact you if you win. Now, the main reason a lot of players even want these large piranhas is because they are needed for the worm necklace. That is the big goal for a lot of people during this event, and that is why so many players are grinding this right now. If you're wondering why demand is high and why people care so much, that is a big part of it. The worm necklace recipe is listed with 25 large piranhas, so this is not a small grind. From my experience so far, the best luck I have had catching piranhas has been around tuna depth, which is depth 20. I would say depth 20-24 is the range I would focus on. That is where I have had the best results personally, and if you're not getting anything, that is the first thing I would test. For bait, the two names I keep seeing people talk about are green glowing and red fries. Those seem to be the baits players trust the most for this event. If you can afford them, start there. But if they're too expensive, I would not force it. Cheap gem baits have also worked well for me, so I do not think you need to overspend just to have a chance. For rod setup, I would say you want at least a carbon fiber rod fine if you're going for large piranhas. That is the minimum I would feel comfortable recommending. After that, better gear obviously helps, but if you're below that point, you are probably making this harder on yourself than it needs to be. The main thing is using a rod that can actually handle large fish and then staying patient with the grind. And I do want to be honest with you. This has been really slow for me. So far, I have only gotten 5 piranhas after about 30 minutes of fishing, which is not fast at all. So if you're doing this event right now and thinking you're unlucky, you probably are not the only one. This just feels like one of those slower event grinds. That is why my advice is simple. Stay around depth 20-24. Try green glowing or red fries if you have them. If they're too expensive, use cheaper gem bait because that has still worked for me too. Make sure your rod setup is good enough and then give it time. Do not keep changing your setup every 5 minutes just because the drops feel slow. Also, keep an eye on your costs. A lot of players get too focused on catching the fish and forget how much they're spending on bait. If the expensive bait is cutting too much into your profit, cheaper bait might honestly be the smarter option, especially if the catch rate still feels slow either way. So to sum it up, if you want to catch piranhas in pixel worlds, the best range I have found is around tuna depth, especially 20-24. Green glowing and red fries are the baits people keep recommending, but cheap gem bait has also worked for me. I would use at least a carbon fiber rod fine if you're going for large piranhas. And most importantly, be ready for this to take time because this does not feel like a fast event at all. Let me know in the comments what depth and bait has worked best for you, because I want to see if other players are getting better results in a different range. And if this guide helped you out, make sure to like and subscribe for more Pixel World videos.